Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018. It's our throwback series as we continue on with this career mode. It's episode number 67. We're at the La Tropicale Amisa Bongo. Interesting name for this one, but it's stage 5 of 7. Gouillard and Marini are favorites as sprinters as we head forward. Right now, Marini is in 4th overall, 8 seconds off Reguigui. Still early season, it's only January right now, so we're just getting started on this new season here. And of course, this is our first season with the new sponsor. Our first new sponsor since the beginning of this series. I think I waited at least one or two or yeah, at least a season or two too long to switch the sponsor, as we had a very low income with the previous sponsor. There shouldn't be much action in this stage, really, till the end. As you can see, it is almost entirely flat, so we'll go ahead and set ourselves up, get in position, play on through towards the later stages. It looks like we do have some gravel in this one. Could make things interesting if we have gravel later on in the stage, but of course, a little gravel right now won't have very much impact on the overall.
The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
It's confusing. Another green another green team like that. This race has been very punishing. Very punishing. One of the primary reasons for that, all of that red, which is now behind us as we move towards the finish, that was all old gravel. All. So it wasn't just a little bit. Over half of the race up to this point was on gravel roads. So that was intense. Also, Breakaway Group, somebody was in that Breakaway Group that the field has not been happy with at all. And so the peloton just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed for the entire race so far. The Breakaway Group has crumbled down to its last 5 riders, but they've essentially held around a minute's lead the entirety of this race, with the field coming pretty hard behind. And we were quite fatigued. I think one of the riders that the field was interested in is one of the ones that has now come back to the peloton. So we've let up just a little bit here finally. You can see we're not going too fast now, though 50k per hour is definitely not slow either. But we're down to 16 kilometers left in this one. We are definitely setting up a sprint finish. And you can see my guys are blinking red on an 89. So there is plenty of pace in the field as we get down to it. I think as we're now down to about 14, it's about time we form our sprint train. Now, it's been a week or two since I recorded, so I don't remember, especially with so many Pro Cycling Manager series, what the profile of the last couple stages will be like. Right now it looks like an all sprinters type race, and it might stay that way, but I'm not sure. So Vervecchi is definitely our go-to guy for something else, and he is in 5th place overall. So Vervecchi's going to catch a ride behind Marini. Marini's looking good, and even though Gouillard should be a better sprinter, you can see he's on a nasty race day condition right now, so we'll put him behind. And then Case Bowl. And then Wachtendorf. And then DeVos and Cohen.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with
Alright, so Cohen's going to bring us forward. It's just 13K, so he can start pushing relatively hard right from the get-go. There's the whole team together quickly and easily. Nice wide road here. It was not overly occupied. At this point, we haven't even gotten to the front of the field, but of course this is the break.
Oh, the list of those left behind goes on rising.
And there you go. Cohen out of energy. We'll set him to auto. Voss begins his push with just over 9K to go.
On the last 8 kilometers of the stage, which will most likely end up in a mass sprint.
Start pushing 97. Get Case Bowl ready. That 97, that was enough to finally emerge out to the front, which is where I want to be. We'll go with Wachtendorf.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
These guys ready. 99s now. Let's go 99. Already down to 3. 2.6. Let's see, is that enough? If Marini's gonna, I think we could start our sprint. Is it flat? Yeah, just this slight uphill here. So Case Bowl, he's gonna open his sprint. Okay, now 1.3. We're in good shape on that part. Case Bowl, that was a good lead out. Where to go? Can we squeeze through? Let's get Bowl out of the way. There you go. That's the way to do it. Gouillard. Down to 700 meters. 600 meters. Marini. A little more fatigued than he should be at this point. Hopefully he's still got enough. Oh, he's going to be second. He's going to be second. Pascalon takes the win. Marini's second. Very close. Very, very close. Gouillard takes 9th. Reguigui down in 11th this time. That's the race leader. Case Bowl 13th. For Vecchi 14th. Not a victory, but that's a good race right there.
Now for the best moments of the day.
Pick up 6 seconds on that one. Very close. Almost photo finish. It was fairly clear that we were second, but really close to being that photo finish. So Marini moves up to second overall now, just 2 seconds down. There's for Vecchi, still count back right there. Just 10 seconds off the pace in 5th. Bolin Gouillard up there. DeVos 13th. Definite time gaps throughout the field. 2 stages left to go. And let's see, what are we in for? Stage 6, sprint. Stage 7, sprint. It's all sprints. But for Vecchi, with that overall time, it's worth it to keep him at the back of the groups to make sure that he still stays up there in the position he's in. But we'll skip forward to the back end of stage number 6 now. The finishing circuit makes up more than half of this stage, and we've been on it for a while already. We have 22 kilometers left here You can see there's just minor sections of significant uphill action, significant as in like 5-6 degrees, but it's very brief, very momentary, so we're relatively flat, but we're down to just 13K. So let's go ahead and bring it on back down, and let's set up our train. Breakaway Group still away. They're like right around the corner. I think they're right... Oh, there's one. There's Lauren Cassard right there. Alright, so we go with Vervecki catching a ride. Marini's a little bit off today. Yes, he is. And actually, so is Gouillard. Gouillard does look like a slightly better option this time, though, than Marini, whose resistance is a 61. Gouillard's not much better, which means I do need to leave this a little bit late. That slight uphill, and then the negative resistance for these guys. Now, we're already about 1.5 kilometers later than what we normally are for trying to get out front here. So, see if these guys can get organized quickly. Devos, let's go ahead and get you ready. There's that little uphill. You can see it's brief, but it's there, and then there's kind of a second.
But apparently, they all managed to set off again.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, Cohen's already done. Devos.
While the pack is getting close to the finish line, everybody seems to agree that the stage will be won in a sprint.
7.5K out. There's a little bit of downhill in here, so we're gonna just push all the way home.
Into the last 5 kilometers.
Wow, see, we're not even pulling away. Devos just doesn't have the pace for it. 4.9K to go. There's that little uphill. That was the last time through that section. There's one more little uphill. So those last gels. Already into lead out territory here. Wachtendorf did enough to keep us up front. 2.7. So, Case Bull. Let's use Wachtendorf to get out of the way. There you go. Bull starting his sprint.
It's going to be very fast. There's a mass crash in the back, but it doesn't look too serious.
Get him that last little bit of energy. There you go. Marini 1.5. Gouillard's still there.
There's a collective fall with several riders on the ground. We can only hope that they all get back up.
Now, Gouillard, where are you going to be able to go? I'm going to have Marini like dive across and try to block these guys. Okay, we're looking at second place again. Pascalon takes it this time, but Marini does hang on for third, so that's actually really good. We get second and third on this stage. So close to getting the wins. Really getting the quality lead out. I mean, we did everything there. Used everybody up. Gouillard looks like he could have gone maybe just a little bit sooner. But he was pretty low on energy, and that was just the technical part of those turns where you're not going flat out as you're rounding corner after corner. But otherwise, I mean, we really got down to the very end there. And second, third, and sixth is certainly good. And Riguigui, again, does not gain time, so Marini should go above him. Gouillard could be up there a bit. Big question is, how much does Pascalon gain? So Marini into the race lead, 2 seconds clear. Morkov is 5 seconds behind. Grosu is 6. Pascalon is 10 seconds. There's 1 stage to go. Guyard in 6th, 10 seconds down for Vecchi's got 12 seconds, and Bull is 16 seconds down. The late Bjorg Lambrecht, who just passed away a couple weeks ago in real life in the Tour of Poland, 14 seconds down in 8th. One stage to go. It's another sprint. We are certainly in a good position for a top result, but it could still all come down to this final stage and the results here. So we'll keep fighting, get what we can. Clearly, in terms of positioning, Marini is the guy we should be riding for on this final day, as long as he doesn't have that nasty negative condition this time. In terms of fitness, Guyard's sitting on that -1 entering. Bell curve wise, Marini was normal, 0, so see if he at least comes out level. I keep saying I'm favorite, but you know, you can see Pascalon here, as good of a sprinter, but also can handle the other things. He's good on the flat, has the resistance. I might have speed, but I can't sprint out as far as I could or should with these guys, as low as their resistance is, as low as their flat ratings are, all the build up. Guyard into the under 25s competition lead. Marini in the race lead. $130K for this stage. It's a shorter one. I'm going to go fast speed, but let's just go ahead and stay live for this one, as it is the final stage. There is a sprint point near the end. I'd love to pick up a time bonus there, but I don't think the field will be caught by that point. Also, as we do have the race lead, it is entirely possible that nobody is visiting the beach today. Oh, wait, no. It's also entirely possible that it might be up to us to pull the breakaway back in, as we do have the race lead. But if other teams want to have a sprint, they're going to need to contribute. So we'll see how the time goes. Speaking of, the first breakaway fails. They've already been reeled back in. Second breakaway only has 23 seconds. Oh, now it's out to 45. Over a minute. So they were allowed to go. 2 more riders decided to join them. And 1 more. Trying to make it 6. I think at a 7th. Still riders trying to get off the front right now. But it's only a 2-minute gap, so nothing to worry about yet. This is our circuit, looks like, for the rest of this stage.
We're now at the halfway stage. It's a good time to take some food.
Halfway through, coming up on the time to get water, just about. more K. Okay, let's get DeVos. Go ahead. Let's get everyone ready for the run-in late on. Okay, so 6 riders off the front. They have 2 minutes.
Oh, I hope it isn't too serious. Looks like a few
And it's coming
riders
down,
are beginning to
so
fall.
I don't have to waste my guys giving that chase. Marini 1 point ahead of Pascalon in the points competition. So this final will come down to it. We're down to 19K already. So it is just about time. We've got a couple laps still to go.
It's going
Got
to
that
take the
small
momentum.
little uphill section, but there's not much to it. 17 seconds to the break. 15, 14, 13, and let's stop it there. Vervecchi a bit tired, Wachtendorf a bit tired. Bit more pace in the field this time. There we go. We'll get everyone set for Vervecchi. You're going to catch a ride again. Marini is looking good today. How good is he? Oh, he's looking very good today. Gouillard looking pretty good too. But he will. We're going to be all in for Marini here. Be a little bit careful on this one, as there's definite fatigue out of about 4 riders here.
See that the pack is increasing the pace. It's going to be difficult to break away now.
We're in a good position here, so we should be able to get things moving, get in the front where we want to be. 10K.
10 kilometers left.
Start pushing a little bit harder here with Cohen.
While the pack is getting close to the finish line,
Fuss.
everybody seems to agree that the stage will be won in a sprint.
He's about to go. There we go. Cohen. Done for the race. Wachtendorf ready. Just over 6K. This is the last little uphill. We're already over it.
Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today. There are just 5 kilometers left.
Come on, Wachtendorf. There's that last little uphill. These guys getting back at him a little bit here. Vervecchi's done. Shoot, Vervecchi. He might lose his position overall. Alright, Case Bowl 2.6. Go ahead and sprint. Wachtendorf, get out of the way to the left. Block this guy off a little bit here. Come on, Bull. Come on. Call that a sprint? You call that a sprint? There you go. That's more like it. Gouillard and Marini. Bring it home, buddy. Bring it home. These guys are up there a little bit too well at the moment. Wow. Look at Marini. Really? He is almost as tired as Gouillard. What's the deal? You can't keep up with his speed? You got a 79 today. I need to inch them a little further because Marini is not going to be up there. Come on. We're starting to maybe emerge out of this group a little bit. Can't get over the top, but that's second and third. It's Hayter. Oh, Gouillard didn't get third. Plancart just trumped him to get third place. Gouillard fourth. Pascalon took sixth, so Morkov's down there. Grossu's down there. Looks like that was enough. I'm not sure where Hayter was on, where he was at on time. I think that was enough for the overall race victory for Marini. Unfortunately, Vervecchi was dropped, but that's okay. Race victory with a bunch of stage podiums. At least in the last 3. Like I said, I've got so many different series, it's hard to remember what happened in the first 4 stages.
Here are a few of the key moments.
Wow, he came through a lot of guys that were already past their ability to sprint to take that one. So those little climbs was enough to do everyone in. I don't know. Gouillard and Marini seem pretty fresh. Gouillard did his sprint when he should have, giving the lead out, and it just wiped Marini out just trying to stay on his wheel. Gouillard was too fast for Marini. So Marini does take the race win overall. 8 seconds ahead of Reguigui. Morkov takes her. Grossu and Pascalon are your top 5. But then I've got riders littered all over the top 10 with Gouillard. For Vecchi keeps his spot. Case Bull, 9th. And Devos is 14th. So that overall, really, really good result. Marini does enough for the sprint jersey victory as well. Gouillard does enough for the under 25s victory. And we take the team competition. A lot of new news here. Prototype. That's your prototype? That is not a good bike at all. This is your prototype. That was your original. That's what we're trying to replace, because it's not a very good bike. We did put our name in the hat for every World Tour race, so we'll see how that goes. So we're going to be a little busy with the next one. We've got a 4-stager mixed in with 4 classics right in and around it. So we're going to be pretty busy through that next little stretch. And then you'll see the schedule lightens up. These are all World Tour races, and we don't know whether we're going to get into those yet or not. So we could end up with a very busy schedule or little time to sit around and just train. But after that one, we are well clear at the top of the Continental rankings. And at the moment, just the moment, it's January 21st. It's early days, very early days, but we lead the world rankings in Super Prestige. That's a good start to the year. A bit of a short episode for this one, but that's going to do it. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.